Hello and welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakwa, and it's still an action-packed world of sports. Nigerian sensational wrestler Odunayo Adekuoroye will get us talking tonight on the show. Yes, she led her team, Revanta Garuda, to win the maiden edition of the Indian Pro Wrestling League. Yes, a Nigerian. She left Akure in Ondo State, traveled to Mumbai in India, and it was flawless victory all the way for Odunayo Adekuoroye. Good experience for the Nigerian wrestler. Good lessons to learn from that experience for the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, and that's what we will be talking about tonight on the show. Also on the show, Bukola Olakpade was here last week and he spoke about the Lagos City Marathon. What's the update with that? We'll give you updates tonight on the show. Yes, the Super Eagles getting ready for the 2016 African Nations Championship. They resumed training today in Abuja as they prepare for that crucial one. We'll get you an update as regards that one also. In the English Premier League, no victory in that game between Chelsea and Manchester United. Arsenal got back to winning ways. Tottenham defeated Watford, but Odion Ighalo is still on fire. It's now 14 goals in the English Premier League this season. Massive one for the Nigerian. Let's quickly bring into all of what we'll be doing tonight on the show. There's so much to talk about. I want to do it with you. Remember, our feedback mechanisms are still the same on Twitter. We're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels-sports. You can talk to us. We want to hear from you. Do you want to talk about the English Premier League this season? Has been talks. Surprise. Chelsea and Manchester United, they're struggling. Nigeria's Odion Ighalo still on fire. And I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans are still believing that the Gunners have what it takes to win the title this season. We'll get you talking also tonight on the show. We'll also not forget the Channels football team. Yes, over the weekend, we defeated Rainbow FM by 3-2. That one also should get you talking. And I'll just also let you know all our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com, and on YouTube/Channels Web. You're on the go. You can download the Channels TV app for your iPad, your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your iOS, your Windows phones. Just go to m.channelstv.com, download the app, and you'll be part of what we're doing tonight on the show. It works like magic. I keep telling you. Let's bring the guys that are with us in the studio. They don't need to download the app because they're here live and direct. My colleague Yemi Adebayo will be part of us tonight on the show. Yemi, good to have you here.
It was a pleasure to be here, talking sports, taking a trip across the money spinning world of sports.
That's right. The last time we were together, not a good experience for the Gunners. They're back to winning ways.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm happy with the results, and as a neutral observer, I mean, I enjoyed Manchester United Chelsea game.
Chelsea game.
Yeah, it was a good game of football. It was a good game of football, and it made my day actually.
Okay, because nobody is climbing up the stairs.
No.
Come out like that. Oyemuchi also just very good to have you on the show.
Thanks so much, Austin.
And the last time we were here, you predicted that Odunayo will keep going from glory to glory. You were correct.
She has, showed that indication that this 2015 she's in top form.
Yeah.
Her game has, improved tremendously. She has been to the World Championship, been twice African champion,
right.
Been to the Wrestling Grand Prix,
the Commonwealth,
and I think this is the icing on the cake. Leading her team, the inaugural, Wrestling Pro League in India. I think it's a huge one for her. This is a wrestler that we should use as a catalyst.
That's right.
To improve the sports of wrestling. And I also like what Ighalo said, that there are so many of these talents.
That's right.
And one thing I also gathered from India is that they have a wrestling stadium. Very interesting. A wrestling stadium. So we have not even started in terms of the facilities for some of these sports.
We've not even done much for our football stadium, but let's not go to that. We saw Coach Purity Aku. He's been with Odunayo Adekuoroye all the way, and I was saying this morning that for us to get more Odunayos, we must make coaching top priority.
Yeah, the journey of success is not something you can take alone, and for you to have successful athletes, all the things that back up an athlete, coaching is essential.
That's right.
And so you need to to teach, you have to learn. So even coaches, need to upgrade themselves. Coaches need to know the techniques, need to know the new things. I remember when we qualified for the first time, when we qualified for the World Cup in 1994, some of the coaches came. They were training with the Super Eagles. So there were some rule change then, like the back pass. You can't just hold. You need to keep.
You need to know what's up, so you can talk to your players.
The way to keep athletes abreast of new information is to pass it to them through the coaches, and of course the coaches too. They need to upgrade their knowledge, and I'm hoping that these things will shine the light on all the dark areas in how we produce the next generation of talents, and we'll be able to do everything at once. Because my problem with sports in Nigeria is we are just going to competitions and we complain when we do not win, we celebrate when we win, but the structure is just not there. It's like jumping up. When you jump up, you come down. So I'm just hoping Adekuoroye's success will be the catalyst, like Oye has said, will point us in all the right direction so that we can fix the problem. It's not things that are difficult. It's like some people say it's not rocket science.
That's right.
There are things we can do. If we put our heart to it, the resources are there and we can do it.
I totally agree with you. Talking about coaching being important, administration is also important because we keep saying that everything rises and falls on leadership. Let's go. Right now being joined on the show by the president of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, Daniel Igali. Good evening, Dan, and welcome to the show.
Good evening, and thanks for having me on.
Fantastic. We're still talking about the success of Odunayo Adekuoroye at the Indian Pro Wrestling League. Dan, talk to us. What's next for Odunayo after this championship?
I must tell you, I'm extremely elated, very proud, and I'm actually excited for her because Odunayo has improved so much this year. And especially during this tournament, our decision making has been so proper. She's so poised, and she's been so aggressive, and she's been able to put everything together. To go there and wrestle the way she did, and especially yesterday wrestling against the bronze medalist from a weight class above her at the last World Championships, and beating her 9-0, not 1-0, not 2-1. But beating a bronze medalist from the World Championships 2 months ago by 9 points to 0 is just outstanding. And I just see the sky has been the limit for this girl. And I can tell you we have a star on our hands if we handle her well. I don't see anything getting past her at the next Olympics.
That's why I want to know what we're doing with this star in our hands. What's next for Odunayo Adekuoroye in terms of preparations? Because close and open your eyes, the 2016 Rio Olympics is just here already.
Well, I would like her to attend a few tournaments. Right now, my plan for her is to wrestle the girl from Japan, Kaori, who is the 3-time Olympic champion and an 11-time world champion. That is the champion in her weight class. But she's been evading us. She did not come to the Golden Grand Prix in Azerbaijan. And so I want to look at the tournament she will be at. I want us to wrestle her before the Olympics. It doesn't matter if it's in Japan. We're going to go meet her. But in January, I think 26th of January, there's a tournament in Brazil. I want her to go and compete in Brazil, be at the venue of the Olympics. And then early March, I'm making arrangements with the Burnaby Mountain Wrestling Club in Canada so she can go and train for about 6 weeks. That will be during the period where we'll be having the other athletes going through the Olympic qualifiers, because she will not have any tournaments then. So she will go to Canada and train with my club for about 6 weeks, which I think will be a very good opportunity for her. And then when she comes back in May, we'll have a tournament in Bulgaria that I would like her to attend, and one in Turkey. And by June, there's the Spanish Grand Prix and one in Germany. And I think after June, we can shut down for July, correct our mistakes, and in August, be ready to take on the world.
Okay, let's leave Odunayo Adekuoroye now. Talk about other talents in wrestling that we have in this country. Daniel Igali, you'd agree with me that the problems of funding seem to be never ending in Nigeria. What is the federation doing? Because now we need to start thinking of ways to be independent. What is your federation doing to ensure that you put branding in place and ensure that we also get another Odunayo Adekuoroye?
I had Adekuoroye in 2010. She's been, when I was a national team coach, I had her for about 4 years, since till 2013. And we have similar athletes. We have Mercy Genesis, who just won the Africa Games. She's